Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make UK garage in the style of Sully, inspired by his tracks Phonebox and Reminder. The project file, samples and presets are available for free in the description. However, as one of the vocal samples is from Splice, it's not included, but I have provided a hyperlink to the pack in the description. Please do like and subscribe, and feel free to suggest any artists or labels for future tutorials. I have Serum presets and project files in the description, and buying a pack or donating towards a free project is the best way you can support the channel. Our BPM is 135 and our key is F sharp minor. This is the kick. Then we have the drums. We have the clap. Then we have the hats. Which are these closed hat, open hat, and reversed open hat. I heard a similar reversed hat sample in Reminder. The hats are together in a choke group and the open hats have been tuned. The track has been panned to the right. Then we have the shakers, shaker 1 and shaker 2, which, like the hats, have been choked and panned. Then we have another open hat, which is on offbeat 8 notes and is panned to the opposite side to the other hats. It's also been repitched in simpler. All the MIDI clips in the drums group have this MPC groove applied, which creates a typically garagey triplet feel. On the drums group, we have drum bus to glue everything together, and reverb is applied via send A, which is this edited empty club preset. Next, we have the basses. Sully uses several different square wave basses in Phonebox, so I've done something similar. This is the deep bass. We have a square wave taken down by 2 octaves and a low pass filter being modulated by LFO1 with some resonance too. The voicing is monophonic, which is the same for all the basses in the project. In the effects, we have distortion and another filter which helps tame the effect of the distortion. Then we have the first wobby bass. The patch is similar to the previous bass, but I've added glide and the LFO has a different rate and shape, meaning the filter opens quicker. The effects are very similar. And we have an EQ3 on the channel to boost the sub frequencies. Then we have the second wobbly bass. This is also very similar to the previous patches, but this time we have two LFOs modulating the filter's cutoff. LFO1 is these quick triangle shapes, and LFO2 has a longer rate, opening the filter over half a bar. There's also some drive. Again, the effects are very similar. Then we have the grimy bass. This patch is pretty similar to the previous ones I've shown you, but we have a stabby envelope and it's inspired by the classic gliding squares preset. With the unison at 7, we have a low pass filter with its cutoff being modulated by LFO1, and there's some drive. On the channel, we have an EQ to remove muddiness. Then we have this wobbly bass made in massive. This is like the Serum patches, however, Massive's filters seem better at creating this specific sound. We have a square wave, again taken down by 2 octaves, and a filter with its cutoff being modulated by envelope 1 and LFO 5. The LFO has a rate of 1/12, which is a triplet rhythm. There is some resonance on the filter and tube distortion too. Then we have EQ8 to cut muddiness and EQ3 to boost the sub. We have this M1 style organ. A card will appear on the screen now, linking a tutorial from another YouTuber, as this patch is inspired by his video. We have a sine wave taken down by 2 octaves and a square wave increased by 7 semitones. These are going into a low pass filter with its cutoff being modulated by envelope 2, and there's some drive as well. LFO1 is on envelope mode and is modulating the level of the microKORG noise. The amp envelope is plucky. In the effects, we have distortion and hall reverb, since the reverb gives the bass a sense of spaciousness. On the channel, we have an EQ8. On the basses group, we have bass mono up to 500 Hz, EQ8, mild glue compression, EQ3 to boost the subs, and then chorus. Reverb is applied via send A. Next, we have the effects, which are these woodblock and timbale impacts and the throb effects. The impacts Utilize long reverb because I noticed that Sully uses these types of reverbs on his impacts. The throb effects plays 16th notes, a note division that Sully often uses with FX and textures. The decay in simpler is increasing throughout the loop, meaning the sound becomes fuller. And the sample has been taken down by a semitone, so it's in key. On the channel, we have EQ to remove a resonance and a filter, sweeping around the frequencies using the inbuilt LFO. Another technique Sully uses on effects and melodic elements. And then we have an echo. On the effects group, we have a chorus, and reverb is applied via A. Next, we have the dub chords. As with the M1, there is a tutorial that helped me design this sound, which will appear on the screen now. We have an inversion of an F sharp minor chord. Oscillator A is a saw wave, and B is a square wave, which has been increased by 1 octave. Both have had their unison increased to 3. There's a filter with some resonance and drive, and its cutoff is being modulated by LFO1. The amp envelope is this plucky shape. In the effects, we have distortion and delay. On the channel, there's EQ, bass monoing, and reverb via A. Finally, we have the vocal group. The vocal texture has an auto filter with an LFO. Like the throb effects, we have a 16th note based auto pan to modulate volume, making the texture more jittery. And then an echo. I noticed these short repeating vocal textures in Sully's tracks and thought it was something important to highlight. And this splice vocal, which is from a pack called Vocal Mint Label. So that's the original sample. And as you might be able to hear, I have pitched this one up using Complex Pro to make sure some of the vocals' original quality is maintained. Echo is applied on the channel. On the group, we have drum bus to add drive, and we have some damping too. EQ, chorus, and bass mono. And that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon.